are. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Live. It says so right on the screen. All right, we're in Williamsburg, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the studio. It's a creative space. It's a space for creatives. That's you. 30 seconds. Nick Arrojo and his team. Nick Arrojo and his friends. Right here in the locker room. Ladies and gentlemen, live from the locker room. Nick Arrojo, the one, the only, live in Williamsburg. Let's give it up. A big round of applause. This is Nick. What, just me? What's going on? What's going on here? Just me? Welcome. Hey,
I'm
handsome.
here in the locker room and I'm listening to Carl and he's talking to himself. And he's been stressed out.
Oh
He
my
gets
God.
stressed out really easily.
Yeah.
He's got all this technology and all these microphones. Welcome to Brooklyn Live Tuesday night. This will be our episode. We will miss it for 2 weeks because next week we are, where we're going to be, Paris?
Going to be in West Palm Beach for Expo 22.
Expo 2022, and it's going to be incredible. And if you're watching Brooklyn Live for the very first time, thank you for checking us out. Welcome to my locker room where we talk the talk.
Hey.
Here's the
Hey.
reality. Something really good happened last week. We
And what
had
was it?
Fred from the Pro Beauty Federation, and we had a hairdresser watching from Savannah, Monica, and she didn't really know too much about the employee retention credit when she managed to talk to her accountant, and she spoke to Fred, and guess what, Paris?
What?
She got $20,000.
Wow. Let's give it up.
$20,000 because, you know, you're entitled to get money if you've got employees. So way to
Amazing.
go. It means that we're actually doing something that's important and we're helping people get better.
Thank you,
And
Nick.
we're working really hard and we're giving Carl a little bit of palpitations because we get him working very hard and he stresses out.
Palpitations.
So that's good. So let's start off with something that I think is really important. You know, nothing lasts forever. And that is not a sad thing. That's a good thing. Because if you realize that nothing lasts forever, then it means that you can enjoy what you enjoy even more because you know to enjoy it while you're doing it. So, for example, in my lifetime, I've had some really brilliant moments. I've DJ'd at one of the best nightclubs in the UK, actually not one of, the best nightclub in the United Kingdom, the Hacienda, very famous nightclub.
The best club.
And I knew it wasn't going to last forever, but I got 2 years of great, you know, DJing at the best club, and it was so fantastic. And every time I turned up to that club, I thoroughly, like, used to pinch myself and say thank you to my God up there who was taking good care of me. And, you know, I got to do TV, What Not to Wear. That was brilliant. 7 years. That was a long gig, 7 years. And I knew that wasn't going to last forever. And I'm a glass half full guy, not a glass half empty. Yeah?
Love
so
that.
I believe that enjoy the moments that you have. When you get these special things, enjoy them and savor them. Like if you go on vacation, savor it. If you're having an amazing moment in your career, savor it and enjoy it. Because guess what? It is, you know, it's peaks and valleys.
You're right.
You know, so
You're
you
right.
have peaks and then you have valleys through your career. And the most important thing is to really enjoy the peaks. And then the important thing also is to strive to work to get that another peak. You know, so when things are not going so well, or maybe, you know, you're not the maybe riding on the crest of a wave, or maybe things have changed, you know, just enjoy what you have when you have it. And when you don't have it, strive to get it back again. You know, I think that's very, very important. You know, young hairdressers getting into our industry, I'm amazed when they turn up to work and they don't have clients to work on, or they've not managed to fill their books. And I talk about that a lot. All you need is one client to help make your day go better. And all you need is to come with intention to work every single day and stay positive. Make that day count, because they're the building blocks for your career. Day after day after day after day, make it count. I talk a lot about work ethic. Yeah? It's very important. No one's watching you. The only person that watches you is you. And you shouldn't worry about what anybody else does. If I go back many, many years ago to when I worked for Vidal Sassoon, we had 5 apprentices and about 30 hairdressers. I used to run around like a chicken with no head. Yeah, up and down the back stairs. And it was a typical salon. The dryer was always breaking, and we always needed to get towels. We always ran out of towels. So 40 years later, even in my salon, we're always running out of towels. I used to run up and down those back stairs with towels and finding towels and shaking towels out and putting them in the dryer, doing all that stuff so that I could perform well and I could get some towels onto the shop floor so we could shampoo and do all that kind of stuff. And when I wasn't on the salon floor, I used to worry that people would be like, I wonder where Nick is. I wonder where Nick is. And I remember one day in particular, there was four floors. Up and down, up and down. I grabbed all the towels, all in the dryer, put everything in. I was off the salon floor for about 15 minutes, and I managed to fold every single towel, and I'm sat there. I remember it as if it was yesterday, and I sat there with a big stack of towels on my lap, and I thought, it's going to be okay, because they've not seen me, but when I walk out onto that shop floor, everyone's going to go, oh, we know where Nick is. Nick's doing the towels. And just as I was folding the last towel, I had them on my lap, just as I was folding the last towel, one of the young apprentices ran in, picked up the big stack of towels, and ran out again.
No.
And then I had like my one towel.
Oh, no.
And I was like,
15 minutes, Nick. 15 minutes on a towel.
And I lived in fear of losing my job, because I got a job that I really liked. Working for Vidal Sassoon, I was like, this is my chance.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make it count. And I remember walking onto the shop floor with my one towel thinking, everyone may think I'm lazy. Everyone doesn't understand what I've been doing. Maybe they're not so sure. But the one thing that I learned, and I learned this in hindsight, is as long as you've got really good intention and you're doing your job, the world knows. Yeah, so you don't have to prove it to anybody. The only person you have to prove it to is you have to prove it to yourself.
To yourself.
There's no such thing as failure in this world. There's no such thing as failure. Certainly, the last few years have been difficult, but we're not failing. What we're doing is we're surviving, If there's no such thing as failure as long as you don't quit. I'm not a quitter. I stay focused on my prize. I am definitely not a quitter. So it's really important for you to stay focused on that process. I don't know what Carl's doing there. We've got a whole other thing on that TV screen. He's had a lot of fun there, but that's okay. I hope I'm still there. I've lost my look, but that's okay. Oh, I'm back. Thanks, Carl. I'm back. So the basics are do it for you. That's what I think. Do it for you. Do the right thing. Do it for you. It's for you in the future. My success has been based on me trying to do the right thing and not always making the right thing happen, but certainly having the right intention to have good things happen. Stay positive. Yeah. How do you stay positive? Well, stay positive is like is a state of mind. Victim, survivor. Which one do you want to be? We all have bad moments. Yeah. We all have things where we're like struggling. If the salon's not so busy, it makes me feel kind of a little sad. If I feel like we're not successful, if the school's not enrolling enough people, if we're not selling enough products, not doing enough retail, I'm measuring the numbers, and if I see that we're dipping and we're dropping, it's very easy for me to become a victim, where, woe is me, it's not really working. You got to learn how to snap out of that. You got to learn to get like a little mechanism so that you can snap out of that, so that you can stay positive, because positive energy is infectious. And surround yourself with positive people. Yeah, so what does that mean? It means that whenever you're hanging out with people, are the people positive or are they negative? Yeah, listen to them, because they're going to tell you, they're going to influence you. So you really have to choose your friends, and you have to choose the people that you hang out with wisely. And you have to reevaluate that. I think that is very important, to evaluate and reevaluate where you're at, What are you doing? Who are you hanging out with? If you're hanging out with successful people, if you're hanging out with positive people, guess what? You're gonna that influence is gonna come onto you. And likewise, think about what you're doing, because if you're positive, it will help other people become positive. So that's what I think, and I think it's very important for us to just really take stock, break it down. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. Break it down. The year's long. I always say the year's long. I break the year up into 4 quarters. Yeah, we're now hitting the final quarter. The final quarter is, October, November, December. I like to call it the best quarter because that's when the busy time comes. And this is the time for you to really make hay when the sun shines. Make the most of your clients. Coddle them. Be nice to them. Do the job. Offer good service. And offer a great haircut or a great hair color.
It's not ready.
And follow up. It's the little things. You'd be surprised, the little things, the little touch points at the end of the service, the touch points at the beginning of the service, that connection, that follow through. Certainly in a business like mine, I was always amazed, certainly when we were, at maximum capacity, I'd probably say about 5 or 6 years ago, I was always amazed at how many redos we had to do. Yeah? There's a percentage of things that you're not going to get right. Sometimes the redos were, and a guy called Mark Hayes told me this, and I remember this, and Mark Hayes is the International Creative Director of Vidal Sassoon. He said there's 2 types of complaint. He said there's the complaint where she doesn't like it, and then there's the complaint where you didn't do a good job. He says, so as long as the complaint is that she doesn't like what you did, but you did it well, that's a better complaint than, not doing a good job. It's very important to stay focused and be mindful of your skill. Learn your craft. We just had a fantastic 2-day razor class here in New York. We had 16 students. It was a 2-day class. Fantastic to see all of those qualified hairdressers, some with a lot of experience, learning and developing a new skill with the razor. That was really good for me because, again, even though I'm teaching the class and it's hard work, it's good for me because I'm putting my energy into the universe and I'm helping people to hopefully get better. Yeah? And it was a great class, and I really commend people for continuing on with the education. There's a lot to learn, and you never, ever stop learning. So we're going to have a really busy week. We're going to be heading down to Florida. We're going to be in West Palm Beach. We've got 7 guests on the Monday, guest educators.
Wow.
We're celebrating education from different brands. We're bringing them together into our community. We're sharing education, so we've got some phenomenal educators. I'm excited to see them. That inspires me. Also, I've got some of my team going down, and that's going to be great for us because it's a great team-building moment. And then on the Tuesday, we have another 3. We have the Arrojo artistic team and my dear friend Gino Stampora, and of course the brand that we are working with, Weller. They're going to be with us, and we're going to be sharing kind of our vision for the future and what we think is current. And we're going to have a lot of social. One of the things that I think we all found out when the pandemic came, we were all so separated, and now we're bringing everybody back together again. And last year when we did Expo, it was pretty amazing, but because of the vaccine mandates and the rules of this state, a lot of people could not attend. But that's why we decided to take it off-site and go to West Palm Beach. And we have a cocktail party on the Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a few tickets available for that. So if you want to come, hang out with us, rub shoulders, get to meet, network, connect, stay positive, stay in the game, dream big, work hard. I keep saying that. It's very, very important. So tonight we got a great show. We got Paris here. Please feel free to ask Paris. He's gonna, if you got any questions for me, you can certainly connect. If you can watch us on YouTube, definitely subscribe to YouTube as we're building this community online on our social channels. And we have Emma, who has got a lot of fun stories for us. You know, she slept in the airport last night.
Oh, you'll find out about that.
We're going to find out about that. We've got a beautiful model to cut. She's an amazing upcoming artist and actress. So that's Kelly. And then we have a special treat at the very end because we have one of our guest artists from the for the expo, and her name is Sarai Speer. You may know her as the Platinum Giraffe, so definitely check that out. So it's time for us to head out onto the show floor, and if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to get to see a really interesting video that somebody made for us on the set last week. Okay, so let's get out on the stage and start cutting some hair.
Yeah, baby, let's do it. Time to hit it.
All right, so Emma, that was you.
Yeah.
You got your muffs on.
I do. I have them on.
Actually, you know, before we do anything, let's just have a look. Let me introduce y'all to Kelly. How are you, Kelly?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Awesome. So we are going to do a dry haircut for you tonight. She wants to have a very choppy, layered cut. And Emma prepped it with a smoothing iron. And we used some dry conditioner, some of the Arrojo dry conditioner. And now we're going to layer it. So I'm going to split this. I'm going to split her right. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that. And I'll clip this one, Emma. And then we'll hold some sections through the back. Because what we're going to do is we're going to elevate this hair straight up. And we're going to layer it right the way through the back. Let's push it to the side. All right. And then we're going to get to do it.
Cool.
Let's get it.
What's going on with those earmuffs?
You know, I just...
Hey, are they Carl's earmuffs?
No, they're not. They're actually, I just Googled colorful earmuffs and they came up and I'm obsessed with them. And I think I'm just going to wear them every day for the rest of the year.
Now, you told me that you flew in this morning from Buffalo because you was out seeing your boyfriend and his playing on his band, yeah?
Yes.
Now, what happened to your flight?
Well, there was a really bad storm last night and so the flight kept getting delayed and I decided that it would make sense for me to just go back and stay on the tour bus for the night and fly out in Pittsburgh. So the flight got canceled and I, Ubered back from the airport. They took my bag off of the plane and I just got back to the venue, and once I got there, I found out that the bus was leaving and they weren't going to get to the airport in Pittsburgh on time. So I had to buy a new flight to get back home because I was so stressed that I had a meeting in the morning and I had to be on time for it, and I was having a mental breakdown. It was great, and I went to the airport and it was closed, and I slept in the airport bathroom. It was real glamorous, and I did that so I could make it to work on time.
And you made it to work on time. And you
10 minutes late.
You're coming to Expo with us this week. You're going to be doing some of the styling.
Yeah.
You're going to be helping with the creative team with Lena, Gina, and Paul.
Yes.
And you're also going to be spinning some records for us. Is that right? For the cocktail party on Monday night?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm very excited.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So with Kelly's hair, we are literally working from the top part of her head right here. We're elevating the hair straight out, and we're point cutting to add in the choppiness through the back. So point cutting, and when you point cut, you want to go straight in the same angle that the hair comes out. I like to use the white razor comb. I like the wider teeth, so that you get a little bit more looseness. Again, a different application when you're actually working. I think dry hair cutting is very valuable. Number one, it's a great tool for you because sometimes cutting hair dry, you can actually work with the actual natural texture You can work with the texture, you can see the hair, you can see how it behaves. Number two, if you're working in the salon, your client comes in late, you don't want to lose that client, maybe it's time to dry cut it, have somebody smooth it for you, or you'll save time if you're having to deal with it. And notice the texture. Yeah, you want to really get that texture right into the hair. So I'm going to start by just the beginning of this, and then what happens is we're going to get a bit deeper as I get to the front. So right now we're just elevating everything up, pretty much not at 90 degrees because the head's so rounded. So it's different places, but we're literally lightening the load and putting some movement through the back.
Nice. We got Juanito Hare saying, love you from Tuscan.
From where?
Tuscan.
Where's that?
Tucson,
Arizona.
Wow, Tucson. I am bugging.
From Tucson.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh.
That's like my kids. You know, my kids, they can't say, Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, Poughkeepsie. Yeah. Poughkeepsie. In fact, Marco might be watching now, so he's probably going to speak to me later.
Oh, he's probably
We're
embarrassed.
laughing. Yeah.
Rico Scissorhands asks, did you pre-cut the length perimeter first already or at the end?
I did the length because Kelly said she wanted to lose 3 inches, so I pre-cut the length. Thought that was the easiest thing to do. We're kind of powering this out. We got like 25 minutes to do the cut. Emma's going to then ramp up the style.
Yes, I am.
Yes, how long you been doing hair, Emma?
3 years now. I've been in the industry.
And how's
Nice.
it going?
It's very good. I feel that in the last year, a lot of the accomplishments I've wanted have come together, and it's all from working for you, actually. So it's really awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And there's the main question. I know you didn't get too much sleep last night, but you've been eating chocolate biscuits here.
I know.
How many chocolate biscuits have you had?
I think I had like 5. I'm actually feeling it. I'm feeling kind of full right now, but it was delicious. I saw you with the flake on the table back there.
I know. I thought I'd better take it in case Kelly eats it, because I know she's a chocoholic.
Chocoholic.
She's a chocoholic, you know.
Gosh, guilty.
Guilty. As charged.
We have love from Elise Clifton. Says that she loves you and you're always inspiring.
Oh, well, thank you so much. So right now, you'll see we've got quite a bit of static. You know what we'll do is let's pull over some of that dry conditioner too as I work through this. We'll just have that, and I'll put it in my pocket. Is that dry conditioner in your pocket? Are you pleased to see me?
Boom.
Ba-doom. What do you think, Carl? Is this an X-rated show tonight?
I think we just crossed the line, mister.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
forgive
God!
me.
Wait, it just hit me. The joke. That was crazy.
All right, you come around this way. There you go. You got me. You're good. I think I'm good.
Emma's a little off right now, sleeping in the
It's
bathroom.
the earmuffs and the airport bathroom.
And the
nap.
and the yellow highlights. The
Yeah.
yellow highlights.
Yeah.
Peep the yellow highlights.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
yeah. Yellow highlights.
And Rubens Roberto says, hi from Brazil.
Oh, I like it. Little Brazil, eh? We have a great Brazilian hairdresser who works with us. His name is Igor.
The legendary.
And the legendary Igor. So if he's watching too, we've got a little Brazil magic coming on.
And that's my birthday twin, by the way.
Oh really?
That's right.
You okay, Cal?
Yeah, dangling cable. I hate it.
A dangling cable.
Yeah, I saw it. Emma took her jacket off.
Aha.
Warm in here.
Got a little sweaty around the gills.
I'm going to wrap them around the earmuffs next week.
Yeah, that's the
That's-
earmuffs. Well, we're getting cold now. The weather's getting cold, and the winter is well. We're not winter yet. We're still just really in the fall, and it's a great time of the year. I really enjoy it. I like having the seasons.
Well, our friends in the Midwest already have 7 inches of snow out there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's winter in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, remember what I say.
What?
Enjoy the moment. I love the winter. I love the summer. I love the spring. I like the seasons. Been cutting hair all day today. Started off my day. We had our big expo meeting. We checked in with the team, and then I was teaching class this morning, and then it was clients and meetings all day. We have some new hires starting in the salon. We've got some really nice new people. What do you think of the new crew?
I'm very, very pleased and happy with them.
Yeah, it's
yes.
fun, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's very
Saturdays,
nice.
we got a lot of people working on a Saturday because, we're getting them nice and early so they can get some experience so that when they actually get to come and join us full time, we're going to hit the ground running. But it's been really a lot of fun, a lot of new energy, a lot of new buzz in the salon, and we're really pushing as hard as we can to, to build our business.
Yeah.
And we're excited by we had another new, one of our team leaders joined us today, new person for the leadership team, Sandra. So we're growing from the top and we're growing from the bottom, which is really exciting. This is a good way to fan the hair out. You can lift the hair straight up. You can fan the hair out so it fans.
I see it on
and that
3.
helps you to get right in to add that texture.
Nice.
Yeah, Pam's Cuts wanted to know what was the reason for elevating the hair.
Yeah, well, we're going to lift that hair. We want to comb that hair, get nice, tight, and then we start to shake it out. Now it's time for me to go and work into the front. So I'm going to take these sections right here. I'm going to grab that, Emma. And I'm going to lift this all the way up. Again, using the section from the back as my guide. This is kind of like a general layer. I'm putting my general layer into the hair right now, and then I'll come to the front. But this is kind of like general shape right now. And I like to put the general shape in as quickly as possible, because after I've got that shape in, then I can start to personalize it just that little bit more.
General layer.
Now, she's got beautiful hair, and we did press it with the iron. In fact, we have a brand new. How do you like that smoothing iron?
I love it. It's great. It's one pass, and it's super silky and high shine. It's awesome.
Yeah, and we got the waver coming, and we have the blow brush coming, so we got a lot of new tools.
Very exciting.
So if you're interested and you like some of the stuff that we've made in the past, we got a lot of great new tools coming out, because that's where we put a lot of our energy into some new kind of mechanics for creativity, and they're also great for gifts for clients, for the holiday season.
They're very user-friendly.
Frankie Moose asks, how's business doing in Soho?
How's business in Soho? You know what? It's good. We have good days and we have not so good days. Yeah? When it's good, it's really good. And, the key thing for my business is everybody's got to pull together.
Right.
Yeah? Everybody's got to pull together. We've got to get everybody to pull together. But business is fairly good. We're growing. But we have a long way to go to get back to where we were pre-pandemic. We have a long way to go. But I think with intention, that's going to happen. Emma's now full-time on the floor. So she's taking clients 4 days a week, which is fabulous for us. So we're putting new stylists on the floor. Here's a great saying. What comes first? The hairdresser or the client? What do you think, Paris?
The hairdresser or the client?
What comes first? The hairdresser or the client?
The egg.
I
So?
think
The egg.
The egg?
that's,
The egg?
The egg.
The egg?
would it be the hairdresser
Was that wrong?
brings the clients in?
Yep, the hairdresser comes before the client.
right.
Once you get a great hairdresser,
Good job.
you can get clients. But with no hairdresser, you got no clients.
Right.
Yeah, so for someone like Emma, she did 4 clients today, which was exciting. And every day she's doing more and more clients. So that's slowly building. And you know how you get to be successful? It's like climbing a hill, one step at a time, one client at a time. That's how you get success.
One airport bathroom at a time.
There's been a few politicians that have been in some trouble with bathroom airports. Carl, remember that in Minneapolis?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
That's a whole. You don't know that, do you? It's before your
I'm too
time.
young for that.
You're too young for that, young lady.
Yeah.
So what brand of shears are you using?
Okay, so these are the brand of shears that we use, and these are the brands of shears that we sell. These are BMAC shears, and they're out of Japan, and we have 6 and 5 inch scissors. All of our tools are available on ArrojoPro.com. So it's 6 inch shears and 5 inch shears, and these ones are 5.5 inches. And the name of the company is BMAC, and we've been working with them for many, many years. and they make beautiful tools.
Nice.
And I think your scissor is important, you know, but I also know that it's important for them not to be too expensive. So our Arrojo shears are in around about $350.
That's
And,
very reasonable.
It's a good value for a good quality, and it's the same scissors that we give all of our students. Our students get the same scissors that I use and that, you know, a lot of the staff uses. Good to take a second just to have a look, but I don't need to look at this too much because I first off have to do the foundation, and this is the foundation. Is kind of like emptying out the inside of the shape. Once I comb it out for tension, I hold the hair nice and taut, and then I can drop my elbow. So I lift the hair straight up.
Show me how you drop the elbow.
And then I just drop the elbow.
Oh.
Drop the elbow on the left-hand side.
No carpal tunnel.
Yeah, you know, I've been very lucky in my life. I don't have any aches or pains from, you know, being a hairdresser, standing on my feet every day. I've been pretty good. I think it's the razor cutting. You know, I think the razor cutting really helps. And also it's, you know, kind of how you manage your scissors. You'll notice that when I cut hair with a scissor, you know, I never put my thumb through the scissor. So the thumb stays outside of the scissor. So it's just all about tension and pressure. And that's really, you know, something that I really have mastered over the years. Just really pointing into the hair and trying to go straight in. It's hard when I'm wearing black to see, but go in there the exact same way that the hair literally comes out.
And we have a question asking, do you prefer to scissor cut with dry hair, or do you prefer it in wet hair?
I prefer wet hair, you know, but today, you know, I kind of turned up, and we know Kelly. I've cut Kelly's hair probably 6 times, and I razor cut it a lot. And, you know, one of the things that I'll tell everybody, don't just keep doing the same thing. It's good to mix it up. So today when I turned up, I was like, I saw her long hair, and I said, you know what, let's cut it dry. Let's mix it up a little bit, let's scissor cut it, and let's cut it dry. And, you know, again, you just got to continue to learn every single step of the way. Every day, you're always learning. That's one of the best things about being a salon stylist. You get to learn every single day because you can practice new techniques. And when you are a seasoned stylist like me, I've been doing this for quite some time now, you know, it's good to experiment, and you can afford to experiment because you've got that experience. So this is the final section before I then come to the front, and we're going to start to layer it through on the front too. And you start to shake that hair out so you can see the movement, see the choppiness. She does have a little static that's kind of prevalent in the hair, but we're going to style it with more products later, so we're going to do some changes. Now it's time for me to come from the front. So I'll take my classic section. I'm going to comb this hair forward. I'm going to elevate. I'm going to chop right in here. I'm going to chop in quite deeply. So she gets that choppiness, and when you elevate, it creates softness. So this is going to be kind of part of the fun. Fine teeth of the comb gives you the tension, and the wide teeth of the comb gives you the a little bit of looseness. So you want to get some nice tension in there to begin. So that's why I'm working with the fine teeth of the comb, and the elevation is going to help me. You see where that hair kind of falls around. Next section, bringing it right the way through. Comb that hair forward. Let's lift it and flip it. And really deep point cutting right the way into the hair.
Wow.
With these nice choppy layers.
That's deep cut.
So Paris, you're going to come with us. What are you going to be doing when you're in West Palm Beach?
So I'm going to be covering the whole thing. I'm going to be doing video, I'm going to be doing photography, and I'm going to most importantly have a great time and be surrounded by some great inspiration and some great presentations.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, yeah, to see. We're getting the models right now, pulling everything in. And Emma, what kind of music are we going to hear from you?
You're going to hear great electro house and deep house music. It's going to be a nice
Deep
little
house.
What is deep house?
It's deep.
It's deep, bro. I don't
It's deep, bro.
Deep, bro.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like for me, like when I'm DJing, obviously, like you want it to appeal to all ears, but generally speaking, I prefer like deep electro house, which is kind of like you can dance to it, but there is like a techno influence, and it's cool. You kind of feel like you're in a German club.
German club.
3 o'clock in the morning.
A girl
I've
of
been to
me
some
own
of the-
heart.
I've been to some of those German clubs, and I tell you,
Jawohl.
they're very
They get a
interesting.
little. I know. That's what I'm saying, though.
They
I
get
like
a
that.
little-
It's
they
a cool
get a little
vibe.
creative, those German clubs, eh?
That's what I'm saying, though. So it's
You
like
know?
it's like, but fun and light. You like mix
You,
it.
you never heard, Carl? Carl, are you do you have any nationality, Carl?
Do I have what?
Yeah, nationality. Where you from?
Yeah, I'm a Kraut. I'm from Germany, ja.
Yeah.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
So I'll tell you something that you didn't know. Carl was conceived in the German nightclub.
How'd you,
Yeah,
how'd
he
you
was
know?
conceived
How
and
did
born in a German nightclub, and he eventually left the club when he was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh, well that sounds accurate for
Yeah.
Carl.
And it was my uncle's club. It's getting deeper. Get deep, Emma.
Deep
Emma.
house.
Deep house.
It was a deep house club.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
deep house, yeah, for sure.
David Gadhart said, careful with the German clubs at 4 a.m.
You know, I have to say, you gotta be careful there, but it leaves a little mystique, and all that music at that point is just like, it's a whole nother world. I feel like it's just super fun and wild, so
Super fun. You went to Germany this year, didn't you?
yeah.
Your boyfriend's in a band, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the name of the band that he's in, your boyfriend? He's in a couple, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's in a couple. He's on tour right now with Aesthetic Perfection. There's some tour dates. They're gonna play in LA soon. Come see it. A little self-promotion there. And then he plays in Till Lindemann, and he DJs for a band called Rammstein.
Great.
Nice.
Carl, do you know that band?
Rammstein. I burned out those records in the 90s. Jawohl.
You said what?
Yeah, I used to burn those records on the dance floor.
You used to play them
Oh, yeah.
or burn them?
I burned holes in them. I played them so much.
Wow.
yeah.
Their new albums are great though, but it's all like rock music and like
Oh, yeah.
has a
And
industrial
does your boyfriend, when
vibe.
he DJs, does he play like house music too?
He does all different things. I mean, he's in the rock scene, so I feel like we have very similar tastes in terms of like we like electro house, and I feel like my taste goes even like a little bit more into the heavier techno side, but
Right.
he's like we're very similar in that way, and we both love the same music. So we DJ a lot of rock music, and we like Massive Attack, Portishead,
Nice.
all the classics, you know,
Yes.
like give a nice chill, fun vibe, and everything in between. It just depends. I like
Paris
it all.
is into music too.
Depeche
I'm into,
Mode.
yes, yep. Keep talking. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Depeche Mode. I went to see Depeche Mode when I was 14.
And
First time they played in Manchester.
and is it Depeche Mode or Joy Division that's your favorite band?
Oh, well, New Order.
Oh, New Order.
Order.
That's what it
The
is.
Legends.
That was
New
something
Order,
like that.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
playing the album Technique
Oh,
on
yeah?
repeat. Yes.
Yeah, see?
Technique.
It's my favorite
on
album right
DJs
now.
like DJs like music, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate it all. I love like 80s rock and all that stuff. I think it's fun to like mix all of that and make something new out of it, you know?
It sure is. Right now, as we're getting close towards the end, what we're doing is we're taking our section, we're pulling that out, we're taking little ribbons of hair, not too thick, taking little ribbons of hair, and I'm actually moving the scissor as I kind of splice
Wow.
down the hair.
Got it.
So this is just going to add a little bit more of that choppiness, that pieciness, in and around. We'll just make sure, keep an eye on it, look at it, and see where the hair falls. Again, visual. I've got the technical technique, so now it's a question of looking for the visual.
Technical technique.
Technical technique, Carl.
New Order.
Just stay focused on the prize. We know once we put a little bit of product into this hair, a little bit of that natural texture is going to come out. I've cut Kelly's hair quite a few times, so I know that even though this hair looks poker straight, let's have a look at the before shot, Carl. You can show the hair as Kelly came in, if you have that.
Right there.
There she is. So she's got that little bit of texture. A little bit of movement in the hair. You can dial that curl up, actually. And I think, did you ever get American Wave once, too?
I did.
She had an American Wave once. And guess where she were when we did the American Wave, Emma?
Germany. Buffalo.
Where was it?
Yeah,
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Your favorite place?
Man, I'm never going
Don't
back
say
there
it. There's
again.
people from Buffalo on the show.
Yeah,
right
we got
now.
people
Don't
from
start with
Buffalo.
Buffalo's watching. They're in the house.
Get you.
No hate to Buffalo people.
Thank you.
No
That's
hate
the
to
way.
Buffalo Soldier. All right, now we'll do some more deep cutting as we get close to the end, and then we're gonna soon be bringing on Sarai.
Yeah, we got a friend in the green room.
Is she waiting?
I see you there, Sarai. You can wave at me. Only
Are
I
you
see
re-
you.
Are you ready? Are we ready for her, Cal? Do you think?
you
You think
you see?
is the world ready for
Is-
Sarai? That is the
That
question.
is the question.
That is the question. Is the world ready for Sarai?
This woman is powerful, Nick.
Is she's powerful?
Powerful. Thank you for introducing me. She's amazing.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
I called her. I've been watching her on social media because
Yeah.
she's been so prominent.
Yeah.
And then she said to me that we hung out
Yeah.
many years ago. Go figure that I would hang out. I think it was maybe somewhere in Texas or something. We'll find out in a few minutes.
Yeah.
This is another way to texturize. Just lift up the hair. Lift up the hair and just point with the tip of the scissor. Just pointing in with the tip of the scissor, and it just texturizes
Wow.
a little bit more. A few more bits, and then how are you going to style, do you think, Emma? What are you going to do? What's in your wheelhouse right now to style Kelly's hair?
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the new Arrojo pressing iron, the flat iron, and I'm gonna do just waves with it. You can do curls, but I'm gonna make soft waves with it and kind of just go in different directions and make it look like she just woke up out of bed.
Nice. And product-wise, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna use the Refinish dry shampoo to texturize it and get it nice and wild.
Nice and wild, like your earmuffs.
Nice.
Yes.
And wild.
The earmuffs are just burning and getting bigger by the second with all of the creativity going on in here.
That was great. That was great. I love that.
Blame it on the earmuffs.
Blame it on the muffalatas.
The muffalati.
The muffalatas. So
Yeah.
we can see we
Fabulous.
got plenty of hair.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Was that a microphone?
I'm
was that
sorry,
You
I
had
was-
your microphone
I was-
left, Carl. Was that like thunder and lightning?
Thunder and lightning. I was a little slow.
That's okay, buddy. So, Carl, you're leaving. How are you going to get to Florida?
I am driving.
And when are you going to set off?
I'm taking the power van. Early Sunday morning. Saturday night, I'm going to load in. They're going to have the ballroom ready for us. So I'll check the staging and the rounds. And we're going to have a party. It's all rounds. We're not doing educational stuff. We're doing like dinner party stuff the whole weekend.
We're going to have so much
Oh.
fun. And we've got so many of our friends coming.
And the food is free.
And the food.
Oh, yes. Love that.
I know.
I heard
Thanks,
you,
Nick.
I heard you had some nice food in Buffalo.
Yeah,
Nice food.
no.
They got wings.
unfortunately-
They got wings, baby. Sarai likes Buffalo. I can see from here. She's smiling. Yeah, we got a thumbs up on Buffalo. Oh,
Thumbs
yeah.
up on the Buffalo
Oh,
Soldier.
yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Then I'm happy for you.
You just had a bad bathroom experience. Buffalo's fun.
Okay, my dear, let's put your head all the way back. Let's shake this all the way back. Emma, you're going to take her away. You're going to whisk her away.
Sounds good.
And you're going to put some texture into the hair. We've got a lot of lightness in there, a lot of movement. And now you're going to bring out a little bit more of that choppy pieciness. Let's take this off. And we'll send you off with Emma. And you got 10 minutes, okay?
Come along.
Okay, Muffy. Earmuffs.
Bring in our friend.
Have a seat.
Let's bring in Sarai. Let's say hello.
Tilt your head.
Hi!
You were supposed to be with us a few weeks ago, but we got you this time. So where have you been?
was.
You've been. I've heard you've been traveling and doing stuff.
Where have I not been? I think that's easier. I've been to Stockholm, Sweden. I've been to Phoenix, Arizona, Oklahoma City. I know there's some other things in there that I'm forgetting.
And I see you turn up on social media. Yeah. Every time I I open my phone. You're up there with colorful statements. What is your when you talk to the camera? What's your MO? What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, I want to help people. I want to inspire people. And I've never been one to be afraid of the camera. I'm not camera shy. And I just really want to help people become the best version of themselves, step into their power, and really take charge of their social media. That's what I'm teaching this weekend with you. And I'm so excited. I was freaking out when you called me. And I was like, hold on. No, Nick Arrojo just called me to ask me to teach social media. And it's been an amazing journey, social media. I've been able to make so many really cool connections because of it.
Uh-huh. And did you, what's your story? How long you been, you're a hairdresser? How long you been in the business?
I just renewed my license today, and I graduated 12/27 of 2004.
Wow.
So I've got about 18 years under my belt.
Uh-huh. And what would you say to a young hairdresser getting into the industry? What advice would you give them? Like if all my students at my school, and they said, what would be the advice?
Find a mentor and assist. I think there is so much power in learning from other people and people who have been on a journey that you haven't been on before. So find somebody that you really connect with, that inspires you, and attach yourself to them, learn from them, and take all the education you can take. I'm talking hands-on classes, online classes, in person, big events. Just immerse yourself in education and then go back and try it. Try it on mannequin heads. We're all so afraid when we graduate beauty school. We're like, what are we going to do? What if we screw up? And the thing is, it's not if we screw up, it's when we screw up and how we recover from that. And the only way we recover is if we take education and we learn.
I remember years ago working at Vidal Sassoon, and I remember a client came in and she said, you got to braid my hair. And, I was a really good cutter, but not really that good at styling. And she was so confident, and I was so young. And I said, no problem, I can do a fishtail braid. So off to the back where she went, she came down, we blow dried it, we did the whole thing. And I started doing the braid until I got to the very end. And I couldn't get the end of the braid in, right? I couldn't get the end of the braid in, and everything was really good. I'm like, it's good. And then I'm like, oh no. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to start again, right? So I started again. And then as I got to the end, it was the same problem. I was a teenager, right? And I'm on the shop floor at Vidal Sassoon, which is supposed to be the best salon in the country. And I said to the woman, I just can't do this. I said, when you had your hair braided last, was it the same length? And she said, no, I just had it cut. So the short pieces of the braid and I looked at the floor and I prayed to the floor that it would just open up and I would fall through into like one of those TV commercials, like Carvana or something, where you fall away. But that never happened. And in the end, I just had to go, fuck it. Sorry, excuse me. I was like, I can't do it. And everyone had left the salon and she never paid, and I felt so embarrassed. But you learn when you make mistakes. When you make no mistakes, you never learn. Is that right?
It's so true. And I hate that, because making mistakes is not fun. Nobody likes to have that moment of panic and terror where you hope the floor will open and envelop you. But it's in those moments that we really learn and we go, okay, I don't ever want to feel that way again. How do I fix that? How can I move forward from this? So unfortunately, when you mess up, that's when you learn the most.
I agree. Now, social media, you're younger than me. I'm 107. It's okay because Carl's 133. But you're younger than me.
I'm 105. I'm not that much younger.
No, you are. And here's the reality. Social media moves so quickly. And I remember 10 years ago sitting in my office, and there was a group of great young people that were talking to us about social media, and it was the first time I'd ever heard social media. And I'm like, what's social media? And then they grabbed my phone and they said, I'm going to put you on Instagram. And they made me a profile, and I'm like, okay. And then I never bothered with it. And they said, this is the latest, greatest thing. I never bothered with it. And then, like I think about 6 months later, somebody said, oh, Nick, you've got like 4,000 followers on social media. I'm like, I don't even do social media, And then I kind of started to realize that there's something that we had to do, but it changes so fast.
Yeah.
How do you keep up with everything new in social media?
I don't know. You really have to be constantly on there. And, I follow people who aren't in the hair industry. I follow creators. I follow the head of Instagram. So I always know what changes are coming up. So it's a job. Unfortunately or fortunately, in 2022 and moving forward, it's part of our lives. As hairstylists, we're not just stylists. We are content creators, and we have to be able to navigate social media. And I know it can seem overwhelming, but I love breaking it down into very simple, doable steps. And you can commit as much time or as little time as you want, but you do have to commit time to grow your brand on social media.
And is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it something, or is it all of them?
So there's different platforms are going to draw in a different audience. I actually just saw a really interesting post the other day from a creator, and he's a social media guru. And he said that a TikTok user, their worth equates to 11 cents. An Instagram user is 77 cents. So when you're talking about monetizing, when you're talking about spending your time and which platform you should build on, it's really important to know that kind of stuff. So maybe spend a little time on TikTok, but then spend a majority of your time on Instagram. It used to be only Facebook, and now it's Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and who knows, there'll be a new app and a new phase next week. But I think it is important to at least understand the basics of each platform. But I kind of feel like you should pick one and grow on that one.
And is Instagram the one that you've chosen?
I love Instagram, yes.
And how often do you post?
Right now, I'm just posting once a day.
Yeah.
But the reason we're having this conversation, sir,
yes,
is because I used to post 5 times a day, and then it was 3 times a day, and then it was 2. I'm constantly posting, engaging, being authentic with my audience. I'm taking people behind the scenes in my stories, and I'm posting content that my audience relates to. So now I've kind of pulled back a little, and I get to post 1 time a day, which is really nice.
But you're like a bit of a social media star, because when I mentioned you to some of my friends in my network, they automatically knew the Platinum Giraffe. Where did that name come from? What does it mean?
What does it mean, Basil? Well, when I first started social media, I started Instagram very late into the game. I think it was like 2017 or 18. And I was going by the handle Sarai Hair Wizard. Well, if you don't know how to spell my name or pronounce my name, you're never going to get it. And then if you go to social media right now and type in Hair Wizard, there's a million. So I wanted to differentiate myself. So I started thinking, what am I known for? Like, what are my nicknames? What do I represent? And one of my names, I'm 6 foot tall. I'm kind of clumsy.
You're 6 foot tall.
I am. Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait to. Carl, I can't wait. Because, me and Carl, we're like the hobbits.
I love it.
Yeah, but I really like a long lady.
Carl, let's get some heels.
Oh, I'm bringing my 6-inch heels.
So
That'll
you
get
had
me.
platinum hair and you was tall.
Yeah, so my nickname was Baby Giraffe because I'm long and limby and kind of clumsy. And I was getting known on social media for these platinums that I was doing. So I just started a list, and I started like kind of crossing things. And I was like, the Platinum Giraffe. And one of my friends at the time was like, that's stupid. And I was like, well, I'm going to sleep on it for 24 hours, like let it simmer. The next morning I woke up, I immediately was like, this is it. I can't stop thinking about it. And I became the Platinum Giraffe.
That's amazing. And what is the most, what are you enjoying the most about your journey right now?
There's so much. It's connection. It's, social media is meant to be social. And I think people forget that. We want to put content out. We want to go viral. We want brand deals. We want to make money. But I think the coolest part is I'm having this conversation with you because of social media. I got to teach in Stockholm, Sweden on stage because of the connections I've made with social media. So I love being me. I love connecting with weirdos, funny people, hairstylists. Like, I just love connecting with people. And that has been my biggest joy of utilizing social media.
You're going to meet a lot of weirdos this weekend, that's for sure, hey?
My people!
They are your people. And
Weird
how
is us.
How much hair are you doing these days?
You know, I actually just pulled back from behind the chair about 2 weeks ago because I was doing 4 days a week behind the chair, traveling all the time. And it's come to the point in my career where I want to focus solely on education. I've got an education community online on Instagram. So I'm doing hair for that. And then I've got like 5 or 6 clients. So my hands are still in hair because I feel like it's important as an educator to always be doing hair and always be learning.
Absolutely.
But it's nice to get to go into my studio and have a whole day to create, whether it's on a client or a mannequin, and I'm not like rushing around. So it's a weird transition for me. I never thought I would like pull back from behind the chair, and here we are.
And you making money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Very
Sounds like
good
she's
money.
making some
Yeah.
money, Paris.
We like
She's
making
making
money.
the moolah.
Making the moolah.
So, my friends and all of the people, one of the things, we're just so excited to have you. I think you're going to be so entertaining and fun. Now, you do have some colorful words. I hear a lot of colorful words. So you don't hold back with your wordage. Should we say the wordage?
That's a nice way to put it,
the
Nick.
wordage.
Nice way to put it.
Yeah. So funny story, and this is totally true. When I was in kindergarten, I got kicked out of kindergarten for using the F-bomb.
Okay.
My mom has always...
So did Carl.
Yep.
Oh, and Carl, I knew I loved you, bro. Like, oh, we're so connected. No, I've always gotten reprimanded for my mouth, always, and I've been turned down by big brands because if I watch my mouth on social media, and it's me. It's just who I am. I don't even think about it. So I'm gonna try to keep the F-bombs to a minimum. They'll
It's
be
okay.
there.
It's okay. We're not corporate, and you know
Okay,
what?
good.
It's okay, you
Good.
know. And I think we're real, and we really, want you to be who you are. You know, one of the nicest things is my platform is comes with no real boundaries. Yeah. So please, you will be who you are, and we will enjoy everything that you bring.
Well,
so
buckle up, Buttercup.
buckle up, Buttercup. How did you know Cal's nickname?
You told me earlier when we were chatting.
There you go.
Well, listen, we're about to close out the show. It's been a real pleasure. We can't wait to see you in the sunny sunshine. You're flying in from where?
Kansas City.
From Kansas. Is that Missouri?
I'm actually on the Kansas side right now, but Kansas City is both.
Nice, because I think Emma's going to Kansas next week too, straight after. Her boyfriend's got a gig there. So we're looking forward to see you. Have a safe flight, and thanks so much for spending some time with us, and keep up the great work, okay?
Thank you so much. We'll see you
It
this
was a
weekend,
pleasure.
friends.
We can't wait. Come on back in. Let's have a look at my lovely...
I'm clicking my heels. Here we go. Get back
Come on in.
stage.
Let's bring in some refinish.
Let's go. Let's do it. What do we got
So,
here?
Emma, what did you do? Everything. What did you do? How quick did you do this?
I just took the iron and I fed her hair into the iron, making little waves and bends, and then I did some curls going forward and backwards, just twisting it through and down with the iron, and then I took some pieces where I kind of just put the iron in and bent the hair up and down, and I just so she has that perfect sexy
Wow.
bed head texture. I like it when it looks undone
Oh,
and
Nick.
you're not trying too hard to look good. You just look good, and I like that.
This is the man that's been holding the camera. There he is. Mr. Paris, making it happen. Come on out, Carl.
Let's go.
Come and say hey. It's always
Come
good.
on.
Back to you, mister.
Come on out, everybody
Thanks
on
so
stage.
much for hanging out with us. Let's bring
Come
my
on.
drone friend in,
Come
too.
on out.
Come on. So Carl's going to be hitting the road soon. He's driving to Florida. Emma's going to be bringing the wheels of steel. We're going to get her some sleep. Hopefully she'll get on an airplane. It'll be good. And
Let's sing happy birthday to Andre.
is it Andre's birthday?
Andre's birthday.
How old are you, Andre?
Get in here. Come on, get in.
Happy
birthday, Andre.
Happy birthday,
He
kid.
made the drone.
He made the drone video.
We're going to do more of that stuff.
He's good.
We're going to do more of that
Awesome.
He's
stuff.
good.
Thanks for joining us on Brooklyn Live. We'll see you.
You guys rock.
We'll see you in 2 weeks because we are going to be in Florida next Tuesday. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Peace and harmony. Woo, look at that hair. That is fabulous.
Fabulous.
All right, your mics are hot. No giraffe talk. Love you all.
For the first time, Expo takes place outside of New York City. Join us from October 23rd to the 25th, featuring education, inspiration, and celebration. Education from the new generation of independent artists, including Peter Goslin, Jamie C., Corinna Hernandez, Sarai Speer, Garrett Markinson, Tracy Vasquez, and Kelly Cahan. From the Arrojo creative directors, Lena Arrojo and Paul Merry. See our trend forecast for 2023. The itinerary includes a pre-game pool party, a rooftop sunset party, the Arrojo runway show, and trend collection, followed by a spectacular after party. Food and drink are included in the ticket, and we have special hotel rates for Expo guests. Let's come together to celebrate hairdressing. See you all in West Palm Beach, Florida.